Alright, guys, we got One Piece Season 2 first look. I don't know when this comes out, but I've told myself, since I already watch all this anime, read all these books, TV shows, movies, and shit, I'm gonna start trying to review all of them possible on the Eddie Hates Anime channel where I review stuff. So if you want to see an official review to this when it comes out, or at least close to when it comes out, I'll try to watch it as soon as possible. Eddie Hates Anime is where I'll talk about it more in depth than just a fucking reaction video. I don't know when this comes out though, so I can't make any promises.
Everywhere I go.
Is this Egghead? Imagine.
It's for the One Piece.
If this was in the year like 2000, they would just skip to
that?
fucking Wano or Egghead, I'm telling you. Yo! Okay, the Giants were goated. Oh, she looks good! I don't really care what anybody says. You know, I understand why people might have problems with certain things or whatever, you know, because live action is never going to be able to 100% translate a fucking manga. Even the anime does not do that perfectly, right? But you gotta give it to them. They fucking care. Look at how good these characters look. And the feeling of the atmosphere feels very One Piece, or as much as One Piece as you can make in a live action setting that looks, you know, human-ish to us, even though there's non-human characters. You get what I mean. It is just so exciting as a One Piece fan to see, especially in the context of Japanese manga live actions, or even just in general comic live actions, because manga are just Japanese comics. Being a superhero fan as well, or a comic fan in general, we have seen our fair share of very shitty adaptations. And even if there are quote-unquote better ones, there's a lot that misinterpret characters. In these, even if they have to tweak stuff, because you're not going to fit 1,000 chapters into a live-action series, they do it in a way that a lot of these series, whether it's an anime or whatever, they'll be like, we're working close with the original author. And you watch it and you're like, they're probably on an NDA because they got to be pissed about how their work was done. Here I actually believe that Oda was involved. I actually believe that his input was listened to, you know? As opposed to a lot of these other things where I believe they just say that just to say that. My goat! Aura! I forgot the actor's name, but I love him. I like... That was an actual Godzilla roar! Into the Grand Line. Already announcing season 3. Okay, so this is coming 2026. In season 3, maybe 2027. I like that they're filming fast too. That's nice. Seems like they're really because especially with the series this long. I mean, obviously, like I said, we don't know how long they're gonna go. We don't know where they're gonna end it. Fucking One Piece doesn't even know where it's gonna end it. So maybe they'll do an original ending. Like I said, that's where the fans would really get pissed. But even original endings can be done well. I mean, there's even like anime series where I don't hate the original ending. Especially because they didn't have an ending to work with, and you can't do a series forever. So if it's closer to something like Soul Eater or Full Metal as opposed to something like Game of Thrones or fucking... I mean, Tokyo Ghoul had the ending, and they still fumbled that shit because not only what they did in season 2, but just because the overall quality of the series went down in the anime. At least it's my favorite manga, so don't think I'm talking shit about Tokyo Ghoul. But there are examples of... I mean, even movie adaptations, there's plenty of movies that are way different than the books, but still are good and beloved by said fan base. So, I mean, we don't need to worry about that right now, but I do see a future where potentially there is an ending that's not the manga ending, because it might not even be done by then. You know? We don't fucking know. Because I always feel like, oh, it's going to be done within 5 to 10 years. And then 5 years pass, I'm like, it's gonna be done between 5 to 10 years.